The brightest stars in the galaxy are on planet X.
Only here.
It's been tagged as Boracay North as we welcome you to beautiful Ani Beach, Santa Ana, Cagayan in the Philippines, where pristine white sand and crystal clear tranquil water gives way to an incredible setting, both above the water and under. Here you'll be greeted to an underwater experience unique to this area, as coral reefs are plentiful and the diving spectacular. But the real reason we are here rests above the water with women's beach volleyball. Cebu is very proud to present the BVR International. The Beach Volleyball Republic is honored to welcome teams from the likes of Brazil, the United States, Hong Kong, New Zealand, and a bevy of others making up this very competitive tournament, celebrating the lifestyle of volleyball. The women participated in 3 days of hard-hitting, fast-paced action, culminating in an exciting final. Today, you'll be treated to excellent on-the-court volleyball action. Plus, we'll take you in and around the Philippines. We'll visit Pacific Cebu Resort while we catch up with Grandmaster Max Caballas and the popular martial art of stick fighting, an incredible visual sport that is gaining popularity around the world. You're watching the BVR Invitational and all that the Philippines has to offer. Stay with us.
Planet X TV.
For 75 years, your journeys have become our journeys. And now that we're flying to more destinations than ever, people all over the world are discovering the warmth that shines through from the heart of the Filipino.
The heart of the Filipino, shining through. Philippine Airlines, shining through.
Planet X TV.
Cebu Cagayan Grand Adventure and Leisure is proud to present the BVR Invitational, being brought to you by Philippine Airlines, by Marriott Manila, by Cagayan Valley Department of Tourism, the Philippines, where the adventure never ends, and by GMB Racing Travel Agency. Allow Gina and her staff to show you this amazing province, and by Pacific Cebu Resort, an island paradise. Book your reservation now. We welcome you back to the Philippines in the Cagayan Valley for this inaugural BVR Invitational. This is a beautiful location with so much to offer. There are no bad days when it comes to jet skiing and water sports in the Philippines. But first, we take you to Cebu and Pacific Cebu Resort, where life slows down and the charm of the Philippines shines brightly. But on this day, we picked up the pace with a special showcase of one of the most popular and oldest martial arts in Southeast Asia, and that is stick fighting. Pacific Cebu Resort hosted this special mid-morning workout in what is a fascinating martial art that has a long and impressive history. Around the world, stick fighting takes on many forms, styles, and specified techniques. The one common factor is that this martial art is performed with a stick. In Cebu City, we had the pleasure of being introduced to Grandmaster Max Caballas and his 3 sons as they took to the beach at Pacific Cebu Resort to display their talents and provide us with insight on stick fighting in the Philippines. Grandmaster Max is a defined leader of his craft, and with passion, he spoke of his fast-moving, incredible martial art. His goal is to increase awareness of stick fighting in the Philippines and beyond. I had the pleasure of speaking to him one-on-one, and the first question I asked was why he chose stick fighting as a martial art.
Thank you for the question. It's a very nice question, but I'm telling you this, I'm just only following the clan. The craft that I am talking to you is Arnes de Caballos. That's belong to the clan of Arnes de Caballos. From Lucy Pares, here comes the first wave, Arnes de Caballos, led by my great-grandfather.
Well, the family tradition continues with Grandmaster Max Caballos and now his sons who showcase their talents. Stick fighting was established long ago, and the Grandmaster is a teacher in schools to further develop discipline with this activity.
Stick fighting or Arnes de Caballos or Arnes per se is an activity teaching students or anybody who wants to learn, because we believe that preparing ourselves using a weapon is the basic way to protect yourself from any attackers or opponent. Then, okay, next to the eyes. Okay, bang. Then, here. Boom.
Grandmaster Max points out and stresses that stick fighting should be used as a defensive resource, not an offensive weapon.
We only protect ourselves. But nowadays, some show me there in the YouTube and other activities that they are trying to proceed in a motion that it will become the offensive. No, wrong. It should be the defensive way.
Stick fighting is definitely an art form, and the speed and agility of the sticks can seem intimidating if you're a beginner. But Grandmaster Max explains the slow pace of training that he instills.
Actually, when I do the training, especially I myself handle the student, I always tailored our training to the person who wants to learn. We started it slow, then get it faster. As soon as you can give your best, 180 strikes per minute. That's the best way.
As previously mentioned, it's Grandmaster Max's desire to increase the exposure of the sport, plus attract new athletes to stick fighting.
Above all, believe that this craft is promoted already by the Philippines Republic Act 9850, that Arnes is our martial arts and sports. Now, my friend out there who are interested to perform this kind of activity, don't hesitate to contact us or to inform us, because we are very much willing to teach little by little, slowly by slowly, until you grow up and you can learn and get that legacy of Arnes de Caballos.
Can I get your opinion of mixed martial artists cage fighting?
Mixed martial arts kids fighting is a very good fighting, but you know what? It's look like, for me, it's look like a brutal way. You can see blood sometimes, but here in Arnes, it's seldom you can say that. It's all friendly training. Mixed fighters or mixed performers are very good. They are very good.
Grandmaster Max explains the importance of young children learning the martial art of stick fighting, starting with his own children.
I trained them at the age of 6 years old, growing up, and I feel that my students are very disciplined in terms of character. No joke. When I say so, for them, they will follow. They will follow. So training is very important, because everybody follows the elders, then they will grow up high.
As previously mentioned, it's a goal for Grandmaster to attract more people into the sport. But with that said, he wants people coming into stick fighting for the right reason.
Anyone can do it, but before that, I am going to interview first for you. Because learning first, conversation, I might learn what's your purpose. Because if your purpose is disturbance, sorry, we cannot train you. But if your purpose is to protect yourself and your family and the community and the world and your country, then I can train.
Well, Grandmaster Max provides very simple and straightforward advice in getting started.
First, wake up as early as the sun. When the sun goes up, start moving. Do your exercise and training, stamina building, endurance, flexibility. Then go for the specific skills, Arnes.
Thank you for spending time with us.
Oh, you're welcome. God bless you.
It was a thrill getting to know Grandmaster Max and his sons. Stick fighting is in good hands when it comes to his teachings. A little later, we'll return to Pacific Cebu Resort for some incredible water sports. Much more to come from the Philippines after this.
Planet X TV. Planet X TV.
We welcome you back to the Philippines in the Cagayan Valley as Sigal is proud to present the BVR Invitational. Beach volleyball in this region go hand in hand with one another. We spoke of the lifestyle of volleyball, and when you're not on the court, there is so much more that this region has to offer. The crystal clear water gives way to amazing diving, as this is something we did as often as possible. Of course, jet skiing is always lots of fun, and if you want to slow it down and just go for a cruise, that is always a great option. No matter what your leisure, you won't go wrong. Prior to our arrival in the Cagayan Valley, we visited Manila for a quick stopover. Flying on Philippine Airlines, we had the pleasure of staying at the Manila Marriott Hotel, where 5-star amenities awaited us. We also had the pleasure of speaking to Bruce Winton, who is the general manager. Manila connects to all cities in the Philippines, and the Manila Marriott is conveniently central to the airport, and that makes travel so much easier.
Yeah, well, we call ourselves the gateway to the Philippines. You know, we're directly across the street from Terminal 3, which is the new international terminal at NAIA. So we're directly across the street, so we're 2 minutes away if you land in Terminal 3. But we're just a few minutes away. We have a free shuttle that runs here to Resorts World Manila, where the Marriott's located, and it picks up from all 3 terminals. So it's a nice, easy transition from the terminal to the hotel.
And when you arrive at the Manila Marriott, you'll discover the incredible Filipino people.
Yeah, well, you know, as a hospitality professional for the last almost 30 years, you know, everywhere you go, there's always Filipino people working in the hotels. So to actually come to where it all began, where the real true culture of hospitality was born, is really quite something. And to be a hotel guy running a 5-star hotel where your entire staff is Filipino, 100% basically, apart from the chef and myself or whatever. It's just fantastic, you know. So we take the sort of Marriott processes, systems, and history, and we couple it with the Filipino culture and just warm, friendly, genuine hospitality, and it's really a match made in heaven. We talk about hardware and software, and you know, on the hardware side, this hotel is fantastic. It's I get a lot of comments about, this is just a Marriott hotel, it should be a JW Marriott hotel. Lots of our guests say that, but you know, that the hardware aside, it's really the software, and we talked about it already. It's just the warm, amazingly comfortable feeling people have when they stay here, and that's all created by our team. You know, but again, you know, the product's fantastic. We, ironically enough, people are surprised to find out that we've got the largest Marriott meeting facility in the world outside of the US, right here in Manila. We just opened the Marriott Grand Ballroom last year, 10,000 square meters of dedicated meeting space, and we're in the process of opening phase 3 of the Marriott Manila, which is the West Wing. We're going to add another 228 premier rooms, more food and beverage, a manho Chinese restaurant, a whiskey bar. So there's a lot of things going on. The hotel continues to evolve, and it's going to be a big, dynamic, exciting project when it's finished. We like to open the doors to a world of opportunity for our people. And you know, we're just about to blossom here in the Philippines, and we've got some phenomenal people on our team, and I know that their careers are about to explode. And that, there's nothing more rewarding than that, to create opportunities for your team. So they work hard, they play hard, they deserve future success. Marriott's got a great story globally, and it's about to hit the Philippines big time.
The Manila Marriott Hotel, an exceptional place to stay when in Manila and en route to the BVR Invitational in the Cagayan Valley. When we come back, we'll experience the vibe of the BVR Invitational firsthand, and then we'll get down to business. We do like to mix business with pleasure, and that is next. Stay with us.
Planet X. Planet X TV.
Welcome back to the Philippines. As the action on the court continues to heat up at the BVR Invitational, we'd like to take you to Cebu and Pacific Cebu Resort. As mentioned earlier, there are endless possibilities for fun and adventure in the Philippines. At Pacific Cebu Resort, the fun and excitement greet you with spectacular beauty and comfort. As mentioned, there are many activities available, and one very popular water adventure is that of diving. Come join us as the staff of certified divers takes the very beginners to the most advanced divers on dives just minutes from our shoreline. You'll be trained in PCR's dive pool and accommodated with the best and newest of diving equipment.
We are here. We're going to do first dive at the cave dives. We go down at 25 to 28 meters. We can see the entrance of the cave. Then
so that's about 90 feet.
Yeah. Then we go inside. Then we'll stay until the middle. Then in order to can still see the entrance.
Professional, avid, and experienced divers will tell you that diving off the coast of Cebu is one of the most spectacular dive locations in the world. The coral and marine life are protected and plentiful. We had the opportunity to dive on 3 different occasions, and each time it was incredible. On each dive, we were treated with a unique experience, one that you can only appreciate if you do it firsthand. In our group, we had first-time divers to seasoned veterans of the ocean. We had one successful and breathtaking dive after another. There is something very special about diving and exploring the ocean. The mysteries, the history of each dive location, and the connection one makes with the ocean in a setting like this is really one that can't be explained. Again, you have to experience it like we did yourself. At Pacific Cebu Resort, your very own diving experience awaits you, and with that, memories of a lifetime. Above the water, the adventure is quite different and lends itself to many unique ways to enjoy yourself. Whether it be an exciting boat ride along the coast or testing your athletic skill in the latest of water sports like this, the possibilities are endless, and you will for sure be as entertained and active as you desire. This is definitely a blast, and after a few moments of instruction, you'll have it down. Of course, if that's not your idea of fun, you can slow things down a little with parasailing. The views are spectacular, and the endless sea awaits you in a long and extended ride. As the evening rolls on, enjoy excellent dining and activities. Nightly, you'll be treated to a wide variety of entertainment, from local music to cultural pastimes. Without a doubt, the nightly showcase of activities beachside at Pacific Cebu Resort is an experience you'll treasure and want to share with your family and friends. When we come back, much more BVR volleyball to come as we pick up the action. You're watching the BVR Invitational from the Philippines.
Planet X TV. Planet X TV.
Welcome back to the BVR Invitational. Before we get to the final, we thought you would enjoy some sights and sounds off the court. There's nothing like the laid-back feel you get from beach volleyball, and especially in the Philippines. Live local music, beautiful beaches, extraordinary athletes. What else can we say? We welcome you back to the BVR Invitational, where after 3 days of compelling beach volleyball between 12 teams, the stage is set for the final 2 teams still standing, as we have a rematch of the United States team of Jennifer Snyder and Shara Harris taking on the Brazilian team of Mimi Amaral and Bruna Figueiredo. Brazil took it to the Americans in 2 straight earlier in the day, but Snyder and Harris redeemed themselves, clawing their way back into the championship court, defeating fellow Americans Alexa Misek and Leah Hinkey in the semis. Jennifer Snyder is an established and excellent volleyball player. She plays with focus and skill on the court and is an excellent teammate. A veteran of the sport of beach volleyball, she has played in countless tournaments around the world and very much has enjoyed her time in the Philippines. For her partner, Shara Harris, win or lose, she is taking in every moment of being in the Philippines.
It's so welcoming. It's almost tricking me because I think I'm on vacation, and yet I'm here playing in a professional beach volleyball event. So it's awesome. I mean, every time that I look around, I'm living in the moment. I'm appreciating every second because this is not going to happen again. Who knows if I'll be back next year or not. So they're very welcoming. The weather's a little hot and humid. I'm not used to sweating just standing here, but we're getting through it and we're staying hydrated. We're getting to know the culture. Everything is great.
I think we all feel the same about our trip to the Philippines. This would be a best 2 out of 3 game final. USA came into this match feeling better about themselves than the first time they played the Brazilians. Once again, the Brazil team of Mimi Amaral and Bruna Figueiredo beat Snyder and Harris convincingly earlier in the day. The teams were excited to be in the final, and they both played well with a little extra hop in their step. For Brazil, they played well at the net and took the first game 21-14. But it would be USA who would see their efforts in the second game rise up to the occasion. Snyder and Harris looked like a much different team than they did earlier in the day, as they hold off the Brazilians in game number 2 with a 21-18 win, forcing a deciding third and final game. In the third game, Brazil would regain their composure, playing solid volleyball. All facets of their game were on display. They came in as the favored team to win the tournament, and with the pressure on in the final game of the day, they too rose to the occasion when it counted the most. With the court in shadows, the team of Mimi Amaral and Bruna Figueiredo would hold off Snyder and Harris of the USA with a 15-9 victory as they win the inaugural BVR Invitational.
Championship match awarded to Team Brazil!
Once again, the final point as the lefty Bruna Figueiredo will slam down the kill. That cements the Brazilians' BVR Invitational Championship. It was an amazing 3 days of volleyball. The celebration was on, and it was a celebration of these players and the love and lifestyle of volleyball that they all enjoy. I certainly hope that you enjoyed watching the BVR Invitational along with us. We have so many great memories and, for that matter, wonderful times to look back on. Life is definitely good in the Philippines. Until next year, I'm Paul Higgins saying so long from the BVR Invitational, and thank you so much for watching.
Planet X TV.